When you think of Atlanta rap, you think of the glitz of Buckhead or the history of Bankhead. But further east, in the stretches of DeKalb County, from the apartment complexes of Lethonia to the blocks of Stone Mountain, a different sound is rising. This isn't the radio-friendly trap of the 2010s. This is Eastside drill. It's a world defined by high-tension anti-melodic beats, dark Atlanta production, and lyrics that serve as a real-time ledger for street beef. Today, we look at the rising stars, Stickhead, 3-1 Josh, Doo-Wops, sand the complex web of gangs like 7204, 310, and High Crew that fuel the fire. Enough talking, let's get into the main cliques and ball players from each gang that we will be going over today. Starting off with 310, they are located in the Scottdale and Memorial Drive area with rappers like Doo-Wop.
You did set score right here in the hood. My boy. Oh boy, we're going. Nigga playing with switches out here. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Look, twin. We was all that brother shit. Oh, shit, that brother shit. That sweet. Trying to show you how that play.
Putting up for his gang while locked behind bars and one Lil J5. They are one of the most prominent hubs. This is where the Smack Team Collective operates. A powerhouse group featuring members from 53X, Shine, and 310. Their sound is aggressive, fast-paced, and strictly about the business of
nigga broke, they ain't having no man. Draw down straight fade, nigga ain't shit funny. All same time I shit. Do a drill inside my F41, and then I switch the wrist. They'll be locked down, catch the time on bullet. Start trying to catch free fit. Come around ST.
We took a look at 310 and the infamous Smack Team. Let's take a look at their Ops High Crew. Both 310 and Smack Team have sent disses towards the gang, located around the Central Drive area in Stone Mountain. High Crew, located in Stone Mountain and on Central Drive, known for their top artists such as Baby Mook, Lil Slide, and Young Zay. Unfortunately for Slide, he caught a OP getting wings and he crashed out. Later on that day, after getting booked, he would taunt 53X members in the jail, Remy and his friend KT, who put him in a wheelchair. Now, if you ask me for some gangsters that's known for slanging heat, they have to be some strong motherfuckers to put someone in a wheelchair. Otherwise, while High Crew was anchoring the Stone Mountain area, they maintained a heavy presence, both in the streets and in the comments sections of music videos. Not too much is really said about them due to most of their members being dead or in jail, which shows you what comes with that gang life and do. To them, not really dissing the whole city such as other rappers.
Walk through the cut, yeah, we hop in the fence, you know that we cranking that new straight A. Oh, the rats up, know that we straight. If we come around here, blick tape. Got gun down right out the gate. Who don't know that boy, you play. Come to the side, you know we got hot shit in the mountain. Full black truck, brother, bet we slide. If follow gang, then we hopping out. Hop out with that foot, made that boy back home. Walk down, that's right, 730 pack go. On the face side down, shit, talking about your blades for people.
Death. Right now, 20 suspected gang members are facing charges accused of operating a drug distribution hub at a home in Lithonia. You're looking right now. These are photos of the drugs and the weapons. Police say they were recovered from the home there. They also say the entire investigation stemmed from an armed robbery last month in Texas. Multiple agencies helped to investigate, tracking those suspects here to our area in DeKalb County.
Also beefing with High Crew, but has close affiliation with 310 and known for having probably the most rank throughout the years of Lethonia and Stone Mountain. 31 Glock clan connected with Strike, Rob, Take, a gang more known in both Lethonia and Stone Mountain as SRT. Blow, who was a part of both SRT and 31 Glock. Clan was more focused on music, but he just couldn't find a way to stop striking people Hellcats and bucking on 12. Eventually, it would catch up to him. If I'm not mistaken, he would get caught up in a 93 Reeker, which got him locked up behind bars until 2043. Couldn't quote me on it. I might be wrong. 31 Josh, who is 31 Glock Clan, has been in the industry for quite some time now. In my opinion, he's overlooked and very underrated due to his fast-paced and unique flow. But one thing he would always be known for is how he uncarelessly raps about how he gets active in the streets of Atlanta, Georgia. Just like Slide, though. He would catch a murder charge after someone tried to run off with a 3.5 of that Zaw on Snapfinger Road in the late nights near a gas station.
Happening right now, DeKalb County police are searching for 3 people connected to a deadly shooting at a gas station.
11 Alive's Latasha Gibbons live outside of Snapfinger Road where the shooting happened. And Latasha, I know you just learned the identity of this victim.
That's right. Good afternoon, Faith and Jonathan. The medical examiner has identified the victim in this case as 27-year-old Nicholas Gerson. He was shot and killed at this Chevron behind me last night. Now, this is the second homicide at this Snapfinger Road location just since the beginning of this year. Another night and another deadly shooting at a Metro gas station. This one in DeKalb County off Snapfinger Road. Police say shots were fired, they believe, as the victim was attempting to buy drugs. Detectives say the man was parked in a car, and during what appears to be an exchange, the driver hit the gas and the person outside the car opened fire. The victim was hit in the neck. Police say the car was still in motion and crashed across the street. This is the
now you probably thought it couldn't get any worse, but before this, these niggas literally hired Lester for a heist on a smoke shop, guessing them boys was running out of plays and products. The investigation actually started in Cedar Park, Texas, following an armed robbery at a vape store in March 2024. Texas investigators tracked the suspects back to the house in Lethonia. Now you're probably wondering, if they did this all the way in Texas, how did they get caught? Well, of course, because we have crazy technology nowadays, but it wasn't that which got them caught. What got them caught and tracked down was that during this lick, 12 noticed something on some of their shirts. Some of the members was wearing 31 merchandise, which they seen before on their Instagram, which got them tracked down and indicted for a RICO. Another reason they caught a RICO was of the murder connections APD put together. 4 of the members were charged with the murder at the gas station on Snapfinger Road, which happened just one day before the raid. Which means the murder didn't do anything but give 12 a reason to get them off the Lethonia streets. They were also behind the murder of Lil K, which sparked the Fox 5 and parts of 4. LVS 31 Glock Clan beef, which we will get into later on in the video. Finally, let's take a look at the raid, which got most of their members locked away for probably longer than blow, due to extreme charges such as murder, shootings, and more. The DeKalb County Police Department says that law enforcement seized 20 firearms, 8 fully ARPs, 6 illegal mechanical switches, approximately 60 pounds of mushrooms, 70 grams of mushroom gummies, 212 grams of marijuana gummies, 3 pounds of marijuana, 2 bottles of promethazine, 8 Xanax pills, and 1 oxycodone pill were also seized. They was moving like Gucci Mane back in 2006, but just wasn't moving good enough. There is still hope for 31, as some of their members are being released here and there, but I highly doubt they all will make it back.
One night, Scats got 2. When it come to cracking up, don't call with the truth. High five on feet, full of Dre, hit it crew. Been twice one night, GK young brew. All that this and these niggas be doing, be careful. Nigga know 31 take shit out the mouth. Baby fight with the Drake, a nigga getting clapped. Baby hat got me geefing and made me collapse. Long little yo, the king.
If you want that thing, get on that nigga, say it with your chest. I been slamming out these niggas, I slime out the rest. I been slamming out forever, you know I do it the best. Been on for a week, shit.
Many people don't know, but Fulla Gang also clicked with EA, known as Extra Active. 5. Now Full Gang is the young brew of 31. You can see artists such as Young Fifth in Josh's music videos. In songs you can hear 31 members claim Full Gang and shout out members like Josh shouted out Lil Rid.
Don't play, I chop out the whip and spray, I chop out the whip and chase, like CP3, I go pat my brother, he take the folks up with a lake, like MP3 to 420, trying to hear what a young nigga gotta say.
Now Fully Gang was first going by EA Extra Active while beefing with 9-Way members who we will introduce in a second. While on the come up, they will lock in and soon make a rise with a gang I mentioned earlier known as 53X, with top-ranking members such as Lil Nuke, Young Cap, and Raimi, who is currently incarcerated on unknown charges at the moment.
You dish the gang, this shit get ugly. And when I hop inside that box, this is another me. And he was rapping in a song, now he can't even think. Fly, Wiki, he got dropped. Melo, he got popped. OC Kid went out the worst way, he caught one up in his top.
53X also beefing with 9-Way, sending many disses towards them, which is probably why 53X and Fully Gang decided to come together as a rap group. Both groups started making a name for their self streetwise and music-wise, although in my opinion Fully Gang was more focused on music. On the other hand, 53X was not only focused on the music, but catching their opponents anywhere and anytime they can. I say this due to how Lil Nuke had a whole war at school located in Stone Mountain with his ops 9-Way, and Melo Gang, who is known for mostly being heavily united in the Stone Mountain area. Now Nuke, you know I mess with you hard, but one thing us the people still haven't found out is why he was going to school on the op block. Now you're probably wondering why not just go to a different school in Stone Mountain. The problem with that is that all Stone Mountain schools are flooded with 9WAY and Melo Gang members. So even if he did, he would either have to watch over his back and be on 10 even while eating that undercooked DeKalb County school food. But enough joking, let's get into the war they had at 7 a.m. Mind you, motherfuckers ain't even eat breakfast yet.
And I don't know what to do. I'm gonna crash out by this bitch, or I go see rhythm and blue. Uncharted, when I pop my gun, you might see me on the news. Young Nuke geeking off the mud. I'm sick and nigga, I want blood. You get pop, give a fuck if you cut. And all the nice nigga, it was us. You don't love, I don't got no trust.
You talking about nigga, fuck your line, nigga, fuck you talking about nigga. Shit, you talking about Landy.
Blowing shit out that face. Got bomb this fucking tank. Clouds, you me ain't got no love. Hey, tell these folks.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
15 minutes later.
Y'all niggas ain't no shit, bro. I'm telling y'all, fuck Melo to your face. Y'all come back around the corner and pop y'all shit. I said, fuck y'all, bro. Y'all ain't do shit.
Okay, get on 76 outside, son.
What did he do to make them niggas that mad?
God, nigga, you know it's fuck Judge, nigga. You know you nervous as hell, nigga. You know it's fuck Judge, nigga. Hey, check that nigga out. Check that nigga out, man. You Melo nigga dead on the ground, gang. You need not doing nothing but booting up front security, gang, like the whole time, gang. And I'm outside with this bitch. Who the fuck trying to hit, man? Melo ass is dead as fuck, gang.
Now after that clip, a Melo Gang member found a way past security and ran outside to fight Nuke, but due to the fact that Nuke had his homie, it was 2v1, which led him to lose the fight. Now you probably are wondering who the hell is Melo Gang, and why is everyone trying to get at them no matter the cost? Well, in order to answer your question, let's see why MG is beefing with damn near the whole East Side.
When we come through, niggas died. I heard Lil shit got smacked, but I'm like, damn, Lil bruh survived. Know I fuck with Zoe when they go down, I bet he ride. That pussy big came to the E, thought she was sweet, we took it pride. Y'all nigga know we smoke Lil Jack, his bitch had died for tryna pop. I got ARP, twin got the Draco, we hit,
Learning new details in the deadly shooting of a 15-year-old boy. Family identified the teen as Romello Hurd. He was shot Thursday evening outside an apartment complex in DeKalb County. Joe Ripley spoke with the teen's family to learn more about the boy whose life was taken far too soon.
Maddie Morgan went to the store Thursday evening. When she came back, she found a body
outside her apartment complex, lying in the middle of the street.
I like to broke down crime, really. And all this killing going on with these teenagers, this needs to stop.
Police say the teen was shot around 6:30 outside the woods at Peppertree Apartments. Family identified the 15-year-old as Romello Hurd. He was about to start 9th grade at Stone Mountain High School. As one of 12 siblings, Romello was described as the man of the house, laid back, cool, and observant, a big fan of sports and video games. Family says they will miss Romello's smile and the energy he brought into a room.
I'm sorry to see him laying out there. And if you have any more kids, please keep them home and talk to them.
Morgan says she's seen her fair share of gun violence and urged teens and adults alike to put the guns away. Thursday's shooting left the 15-year-old dead, a family hurting and confused, and neighbors on guard.
I feel safe living here. As long as you stay to yourself and mind your own business, you safe. And stay out around the wrong people, you safe.
Police tell me they're still looking for a motive in this deadly shooting. As of yet, there has been no suspect description or information. If you know anything, call DeKalb County Police. In DeKalb County, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
Now, when Melo died, it changed everything. Because before MG was even thought of, they were going by 9-way with top members such as LeBlick, Lil Juan, and Melo himself. But unfortunately for Melo, he would be shot by 7204, better known as 04 members, who also has something to do with beef coming later on in the video. Now, not too much is known, but from doing my research, I've come to realize and notice that MG rivals often say that he died in a robbery gone wrong. After he died, all the 9-way members decided to come together and create probably one of the biggest gangs in Stone Mountain. This is because due to there being so many YNS ready to crash about Melo name, at any given moment, they decided to create separate cliques such as 957, 1500 gang, due to the fact that he died at the young age at 15. S4M, which means step 4, Melo, which they sometimes put on the end of their socials. Or like most members, you might see a 9 at the end of their socials to represent 9-way, so when you hear Eastside rappers say they are trying to catch a 9, they're most likely talking about them. But the biggest of them all is MG itself, also known as Melo Gang, created by 9-way members to represent their lost friend, Melo. They're heavily enforced and clicked up on a block known as the Ridge, better known as Ridge Forest Avenue, located near the downtown Stone Mountain area. Besides catching Lil Nuke at school, I really couldn't find anything on them.
I walked inside and seen 10 bad hoes, I don't know which one to pick. But fuck Lil ain't tell my shit, I miss Lil Joshua with the brick. I'm in love with my little shit, I spend 100 racks on her. I want some diamonds on my teeth, I fucked around and hit up Johnny. The boy got hit with Drake and 223 for thinking this shit funny. And I'm always right, only thing I live for.
Developing tonight, a shooting in DeKalb County that leaves one teen dead. Details very limited. Here's what we know right now. It happened on Rock Chapel Road. Police tell us a 14-year-old was found shot. He later died inside the hospital. Possible suspects are now being interviewed by authorities. At this time, there is no lead on what was the root cause of this shooting.
I'm still alive. Might as well call me M5, cause nigga, I ain't nothing without M5. I remember they spit the fire, yeah, we got low, I seen on spark. I remember M5 hopped out and Ricky Boots, the boy got hard. For the team, I'm already paying what it costs, I'm playing my part. I'm 001, I ain't shit, I'm still shining after dark. I never the nigga to the cross, cause they want a nigga get nailed today. This is legendary switch, I won't sell if you gave me 3 hand grenades.
Now Josh, who was close friends with both EA and 53X, was shot and killed while chilling at a Lethonia home. He was only 14 at the time of his death. Now he had songs uploaded on all platforms before and after his death, mostly dissing, again, 9-way. Having a whole track named Fuck the 9 referencing 9-way featuring his close friend and the time, Launch 5. In the song, you can hear him carelessly diss Melo Gang and hints how they failed to allegedly set him up. He had other tracks with former 53X member Lyrique, who we will introduce real soon. All songs were recently deleted after his death.
Call me M5, cause nigga, I ain't know what I am. Low key side, that's pretty situation, that blew my mind away. You can be alive this second, be dead the next. What you gonna do with your time today? I been getting off foot 10. 12 kick from the side to the gate, throw the gun in the lake. Might as well call me M5, cause nigga I ain't none without M5.
Now, due to the fact that Josh was a minor, details about his death were not really revealed to the public, so let's move on to how all of this collapsed day by day.
Nigga dissing on my, but I know nigga dissing on my brother, but I know that ain't no shit. I'm a bully with it, fully tight, this bitch turn shit to grit. As by Yankee, he got hit. As by Quezzo trying to diss and ain't shoot back, he heard that glitch. I'm extortion, we all doing that, everybody got a hit. Nigga, this my brother, he getting poked out, I know that nigga shit. Quit drop fast, think I'm lit.
Stickhead, also known as the Eastside 6'4" assassin. From the looks of it, isn't like bro chose to play a different type of ball, like bro the Hornets need a center. Don't get it twisted, because Stickhead was known for putting belt to his ops. Now look, twin, since I'm not 12, I will not be putting together nor speaking on his confirmed hat. But if you listen to probably like 5 songs from Stickhead, you will probably realize that he will pop anybody or anything that can get in his way, as he carelessly name his ops, which he would describe how the situations goes when he catches them lacking.
They want no gunplay. You nigga this on Fox, I crack a smile and roll a rente. You know I shot your partner with the bitch, that was a fun day. Wake up and talk to God, then get to spinning on the Sunday. 2 guns.
To keep it short, Stickhead was the reason the whole East Side kinda beefing right now, due to the fact that his blood cousin, who I mentioned earlier, Doo-Wop, was associated with the 31 set, who was behind the passing of someone close to Stickhead. So this nigga said fuck it and started dissing him and his gang 310 and even his dead brothers.
Let's be rolls on the ground. Come around me and get it ticket. Nigga bought up on my truck. I shot that boy through my lip.
Now 53X and 310 members such as Young Nuke and Doo-Wop has sent diss songs to Stickhead, even while locked behind bars.
I'm removing niggas out my gallery. I cross the picture. They go 12, sneak out the window like a runaway. And the Stickhead felt that heat just like a summer day. Keep shit solid like a rock. They probably drop their cake. We got fast, the kind you say looking on M block, but I'm out here and I'm out here every day. The way they shot Melo when it's talk, they get Stickhead the same way. No cap, nigga had brain dead. Keep your fight, don't let niggas take you out. They want my spot, I'm rapping like.
Besides, the dissing seems like growing up in Lethonia, you're most likely to lose a friend to gun violence. As for Lil Nuke, he lost many of his friends through the years and beef of Eastside Atlanta, as he first lost one of his closest young niggas named Josh, who we already went over. He would go on to lose more close friends such as Mario, better known as Strike, who can be seen throwing up 9-way K. Nuke would go on to create a gang with friends who were ready to crash about Strike called Strike Clan. You can see they replaced the S with a 5 to show their blood ties. He would go on to lose another friend who was heavily known to the Lethonia, Stone Mountain area known as NAs. He was known not for being a gangbanger, but more because he was focused on the money and being a funny guy to be around, says friends, but he would sadly be shot in the chest after jumping inside a brawl to help his brothers.
If you're really gangsta, ain't gotta tell them, you gotta show a five. Nigga was talking down back, see him in person, ain't left him terrified. True story.
Now, Larik was another top-ranking 53X ball player known for his unique flow and energetic beats, while on the blow-up and while his bro Nuke was behind bars beating ops in the county. Rumors would spread that Lil Reek decided to clique up with 7,204, better known as 04 members, mentioned earlier in the video. Now, when Fully Gang got word of this, they decided to rob and allegedly bucked Lil Reek for his 10 milli.
Nigga know if he can't got the G-Ride. Nigga ain't got stain, the boy not gang. Lil Reek got rawed on the east side. Lil Reek this in the truck like he want nigga. I took for the 10 man, he ain't do shit but cry.
Not too long after, Lil Nuke would get out of jail after hearing the rumors of Lil Reek clicking with the ops, so Nuke would officially let Reek know that he can't be 53X anymore, since it seems he couldn't pick a side between 04 or 53X. Now obviously Lil Reek was not just gonna go for that shit, so Lil Reek went on a dissing spree, sending shots at both 53X and Fully Gang, mostly Launch 5.
We get off on JP. Why the hell life I keep saying my name? He ain't this shit to me. This two-man drill, but I got switchblades, so it really three. Bright that action, hop out, clap it, fuck the polo in the ski. I'm the one who really doing it, I'm who niggas wanna be. Born through that hood, on gang, they got no fully. On that rap shit, I go obese in the trap, I go straight big. Hop out the car, ain't got my ski. Nigga know I work my hood, they don't know I won't say the fuck I look like. Know my name ain't with it. Nigga know I drop my dot, they ain't spin spot. These niggas put that thing ain't going up. 5-3 what? 5-3 who? Who the fuck said that was me? Why a nigga talking like gon' pop my gun? You must be trying to see. I put a nigga on TV. I'm my body trying to catch a beat. Ain't got no.
Who the fuck Lil Reek? That boy is irrelevant. Why the fuck he wanna mention fully gang like I want hop out, leave on heaven? Say, whoa, I'm on the prey of that medicine. I'm sipping drink the medicine. Wow, I'm so low, my chopper, I go to sleep in the bed with a click. Wow, what the fuck is a 53? Tryna hop out and read the boy flat. Came a long way from the flint.
Now Fully Gang would get tired of going back and forth, dissing Lil Reek, so they would pull up 2 black trucks deep at the same store Lil Reek camps at. If you ask me, Lethonia is at World War III right now, fuck Iran. My nigga, is that fully shit? Now that same store is where Lil Reek would later drop a diss on TH5 and Top 5 due to the fact that Nuke got him 8 and Lil Reek friend, who also steps for Josh, who goes by Kel, would get 8 twice at school, also known as Lethonia High School. The same school that was on the news cause them young niggas out of their mind.
County mother is furious because 2 men held her daughter at gunpoint on a DeKalb County high school campus.
She spoke exclusively to News Edge reporter Alex Whitler about how this has scarred her entire family.
There's typically a sense of relief that comes at the end of the school day. No one expects to be carjacked at gunpoint in the pickup line, but that's exactly what happened to a 19-year-old older sister, and now her mom says she won't even come out.
Right now, the GBI just released some new information surrounding the officer involved in a shooting last week at Lithonia High School. CBS 46's Tori Cooper joins us now from the breaking news desk with the latest. Tori.
Yeah, the GBI says 17-year-old Ricky Brookins will now face charges after DeKalb school police say he tried to run over a school resource officer. Now, this is our first time seeing the 17-year-old. Take a look at your screen right now. This is his latest mugshot. He's charged with
after everything that happened with Lil Reek. This is where it get confusing because even though Fully Gang and 53X both beefs with 04, there was a snippet posted with Launch 5 and Baby Gunna, who's Melo alleged shooter who also claims 04 on a song together, dissing Melo Gang that started going around recently, which Nuke's seen, and I think this what sparked off the 53X versus Fully Gang beef. Now Launch 5 would go on to say that he told Nuke to stay from around and that it was never no bad blood between them, but Nuke took that as a fuck you, so he drops a unreleased diss explaining how Fully Gang never slid for Josh. Now Launch 5 had some ties with the 310 gang and some of their members due to the fact that Doo-Wop and Launch 5's Brovy K were locked down together in Panthersville. But all that will come to an end when Launch 5 went on to make a post that says fuck 310 for pillow talking. Once 310 members heard how he felt about them, they would allegedly spin his block. SB5, known as Spank Brew 5, would also join in the beef due to their affiliation with Fully Gang with their top ball player known as Vic Loaded teaming up with Young Fifth. Now SB5 would also be spent by 310 being seen camping outside their window until they seen someone. Obviously not going for that next day. Soon as the Spank Brew woke up, they ain't even brushed their teeth. They picked up their Glock and decided to spin the 310 block located in Scottsdale, broad day. Enough trolling though, let's finish this shit off with the 310 versus MG war, y'all boys.
Nigga play with me, I tell that life, ain't no love, baby. I can't go nowhere without my pipe, I'm a thug, baby. And you know this shit get real. I was young as hell, ain't get what I want. Tell myself I still. I see tears coming from my mama, you know how that feel.
I say fuck you, pay me. Wanna low job, but we indicator. 50 on the bit like a potato. bitch on the knee, feel me? All the real shooting on squeezing. Glock 19 with a beam. I'm having too much cheese. This shit can't fit in these jeans. I am the big white pig. All the real gon' shoot 223. Fuck nigga must have thought they were green. Stick is smoke like Irene. Shit get deep just like an IV. Face shot shit just like an ID.
310 top artists such as 310 Osama, 310 Lil Bank, and 1 Lil J5 all are known for dissing MG in many of their songs, and even Melo himself.
Nigga know what's down.
Free all the bro. I look lady, y'all ain't know what the fuck, bro. Hey, long little play. Long little play though. Long little let's do it.
Now both sets, both beefing with the whole city, has recently been dissing each other in songs for about 1.5 to 2 years now. Now 310 Osama, who's just an Atlanta version of Big Gila, but besides the jokes, he's the reason they are at war with 9-Way at the moment.
It's 100 some shots inside of the ride, nobody outside why spin. He was ducking and dodging that gym, but this is song he leaving this shit.
One day, allegedly, Osama was fiending for a lick when he drew down on Lil Blick for his gun and took it. When listening to Osama, you can hear him blatantly diss Lil Blick and tells the people how he took his gun and spent it after the situation. Lil Blick would drop his low where Osama would spin, which he also mentions in a song. Unfortunately for Osama, he wouldn't crash out, but this nigga made the biggest mistake of his career. Imma, let Stickhead explain this one for me so we can end the video.
My mama think it is on my, but it's on everything I love. It's on fuck. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I heard somebody or something. He know not to even say nothing about what I'm talking about either. He know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll put this shit on the floor.
He know exactly what you was talking about. He gay. He probably a booty bandit.
So them boys ain't beat you in the Ville cause you fought the tranny. I don't even know how you back to become Rolex again.
Mama is silent for this gay ass nigga. This shit is to get, bro. No way.
On my mama, twin. So everything I love, nigga. This on 4L, nigga. This on Reckless, twin. If I'm lying or dying. So we ain't hear about you, twin. So we ain't heard that through the wind, twin. We ain't heard that through the wind, twin. Alright. Hey. Calm down now.
Hey, add Travis shit.
I'm finna add Travis. Travis on that bullshit. We on that bullshit